with the much higher APR for locking the tokens on Maiar exchange, and since the LKMEX exchange website came into existence, there is no point anymore in receiving MEX versus LKMEX rewards, at least for now. But here's a comparison between Simply Staking eGold with the staking providers for around 12% APR versus staking and receiving LKMEX and selling it on the exchange. I'm going to use the same value in dollars as a constant for both eGold and LKMEX to compare the difference between the rewards. Here on the Elrond Interest Calculator website, link in description, I'm going to select the advanced calculator and take the constant of $5,000 to play with, which is the equivalent of 37.3 eGold, with the market price of $134 per eGold. Here we can see that with 12.5% APR, my return for 1 year would be around $625, which is roughly $50 per month. Now moving on to the Maiar exchange, let's see how things go for the LKMEX. Knowing from my previous example that $5,000 are 37 eGold, let's see how much MEX would that be worth. So 26 million MEX. And taking the current APR from the single MEX farm, which is 86%, so 0.86, will result in 22.6 million LKMEX per year. Divided by 12 months, 1.8 million LKMEX per month. And if we go to the LKMEX exchange website, we are going to get 1.1 eGold for our LKMEX per month. Now in reality, 1.8 million LKMEX are equivalent to 2.6 eGold, so they get 40% of it, but hey, you get to sell it right away. And if we compare it to the eGold returns from the first example, we would get 0.4 eGold per month by Simply Staking eGold versus 1.1 eGold per month from staking LKMEX and swapping it. Yes, the returns from staking LKMEX are much higher than eGold's, but at the same time the LKMEX token is constantly devaluing. It's inflationary, so you gotta be careful when deciding to go for the higher rewards resulted from staking LKMEX. Yes, it's true, in dollar value, if we compare the two right now, you'd end up making more profit if you only hold LKMEX, stake it in the single MEX farm for around 80% APR and sell the LKMEX rewards resulted on the LKMEX exchange. But should you only do that? I don't think so, and not suggesting you to. Why? eGold is and will always be the main currency of the Elrond network, the scarcest one. MEX, LKMEX are subdivisions of eGold. They are profitable in their way, like we saw at the launch of the MEX. There were those crazy APRs of over 1000% in the eGold MEX pool, plus the percentage from fees you got from each transaction. Those were the days most of us, including me, made the most profits in form of LKMEX. And now we see that more utility is given to LKMEX through the meta bonding. That's why I keep the majority of my LKMEX in the single MEX farm to produce more LKMEX. So I have a source that constantly generates LKMEX, so I can put more and more in the meta bonding, from where I get tokens that are not inflationary. Or I can as well go to the LKMEX exchange and swap all my LKMEX I receive as rewards to eGold. But I believe in diversification. And also not keeping all your eggs in one basket, right? That's why I have most of my assets, like 60% in form of eGold, staked to the trusted Elrond providers, and only around 25% staked as LKMEX in the single MEX farm. The remaining 15% are in meta bonding as well as in form of altcoins like Ride, Ethereum and NFTs. So go ahead and test. Try for yourself to find the ways that work best for you. Have most of your eGold at stake through the staking providers to get a constant and stable approximate 12% APR, and diversify with the rest of it. Plus, let's all keep in mind that eGold is insanely undervalued right now. It can only go up and up until, if you ask me, over $1,000 by the end of this year, especially once the Ethereum eGold bridge goes live. And LKMEX gets devalued. But always keep an eye open for that shall change. I mean, honestly, why would the team create the MEX and LKMEX token in the first place if it was all going to end and the token to die after a few months? I'm sure lots is planned ahead for MEX and LKMEX. As Benny stated in a previous town hall meeting, MEX is a first-class citizen within the Elrond network. But I am absolutely sure that they will boost its utility within the Maiar exchange through ways like we've seen with the meta bonding program. That's it for now, guys. Until next time, take care of your assets.